June is dedicated to the most sacred heart of Jesus. Devotion to the most sacred heart of Jesus gained its greatest popularity in the church under the influence of St. Margaret Mary Alacoque, a nun in Paris in the 17th century, the 1600s. In this month of June, the church dedicates herself to it because we always have the Feast of the Sacred Heart in June. Well, typically in June. I don't know if it ever get into May, but the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is a movable feast. It doesn't have a specific day like June 29th for Saints Peter and Paul or August 15th for the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. The Sacred Heart of Jesus always falls on the third Friday after Pentecost. So you get Pentecost this year. We had it on May 31st. So this year, the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus will fall on Friday, June 18th. So this beautiful feast of the most sacred heart of Jesus is a time to thank God for the heart of his beloved Son. Now, of course, the only Son of God did not have a human heart, did not have a physical heart in that sense until the incarnation. But in the incarnation, taking on a human heart, both physically in his chest and in a sense metaphorically, heart being that place of deep decision of the human person. And so we thank God and adore God for the Sacred Heart of Jesus. We adore him for the Sacred Heart of Jesus that loved sinners so much. A great prayer to learn more about the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus would be the Litany of the Sacred Heart. Again, a litany prayer is a list, just a list of invocations, a call and response. It can be done on your own or it can be done publicly. This is one of the few litanies that the Church approves for public use. There could be other litanies. Maybe some people know the Litany of Humility, but that is not approved for public use in a formal setting. The Litany of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is, so again, worth knowing. But it's also worth knowing because it has a beautiful teaching about the richness of the love and justice and virtues of the heart of Jesus. One of the things I love about the Sacred Heart of Jesus and its devotion is it helps us to emphasize not just avoiding sin, but attaining virtue. The Christian life is not just about turning away from sin, but also that faithfulness to the gospel, like you might hear on Ash Wednesday, turn away from sin and be faithful to the gospel. So the Sacred Heart of Jesus helps to put into our imaginations ideas of who we should be and how we should live. So when you look at this list of different invocations about the heart of Jesus, they're beautifully descriptive. You might have to use a dictionary on some of them, but that won't hurt you at all. And it's worth knowing these things. Heart of Jesus, abyss of virtues. Heart of Jesus, full of goodness and love. Heart of Jesus, most worthy of all praise. Heart of Jesus, King and center of all hearts. Heart of Jesus, in whom are all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. What a beautiful way to laud, to praise, to worship the heart of Jesus. Remembering too that a certain part of the heart of worship of God is not just worshiping him for what he does for us, that is necessary, good thanksgiving to do, but to just praise God for who God is on his own. And so the Litany of the Sacred Heart starts to give you a language as you become familiar with it, use it. It becomes part of your own prayer, part of your own life, and maybe just can become part of your spontaneous prayer then in a way that you never had before. So the Litany of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is a great gift for us to know the heart of Jesus. When you think of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, it's often configured as a human heart, sometimes anatomically correct, sometimes just a child's heart in a certain sense. But typically, you'll see it then, a few distinctive things about this heart. First, there'll be a wound in its left side. Of course, that wound corresponding to the thrust of the soldier's lance after Jesus has died, and from his heart came out blood and water, as we hear about in the Gospel of John. Also, it you'll see an image of the Sacred Heart is that it will be encircled with thorns, with a thorny crown, like the crown of thorns which was on the head of Jesus at his crucifixion. Finally, on the top of the heart, you'll often see a cross mounted on the top of the heart, surrounded by flames, and some motif of flames around the heart of Jesus. And so one of the notions in this is that the heart of Jesus burns with fire of love. In fact, one of the lines of the Litany of the Sacred Heart of Jesus refers to Jesus as a burning furnace of charity. Think of that, a burning furnace of charity, a furnace that supplies heat and warmth and all sorts of useful things that can be done from a furnace. Not just a furnace in a home, but when they used and wrote this litany, a furnace was something that they used to melt steel, right, and iron, and to fire clay, and to put things in their proper shape. A burning furnace of charity. Well, I hope you take advantage this month of June of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and his devotions. And if you're able to go to a Mass on the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and to thank God for his Son, who was incarnate out of love for sinful man, you and I, and who humbly allowed himself to suffer on the cross. Did not deem equality with God something to be grasped at, but rather emptying himself for love of us. Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on us. I'm Father Andrew Dickinson from the Pius XII Catholic Newman Center. God bless you.